How you doing, guys? It's Danny Cat. Right back in with the video. Let's go. I'm over here in PA, about to do some shuttle runs tomorrow. Thank God, another day, another dollar. But this is my road to getting out of OTR, or my plan of getting out of OTR. Right now I do OTR. I'm out anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks. I don't try to stay out any longer. And my plan is to get out of OTR. My plan is to go to a regional, local, preferably local, and also to gain another skill. I'm still keeping my CDL. I'm not going to get rid of my CDL. I'm still going to keep it. But that's my plan. My plan is to get out of OTR, running from East Coast to West Coast, up and down. It's nothing bad, but I have a family and I have a kid, so it's worn out. I've seen every state except for Alaska and Hawaii. I've been all this states, all 48. I've been through all 48 states. So I've seen things, done things. So now it's my time to come back home and relax, and be more stable, especially with me and my family. But my goal is to pay off all my debt. That's the goal, or at least pay majority of it. And you start learning financial aware. I've always been kind of prudent about my finances, but we're doing OTR, then jump into the trucking industry without any research, doing any research about the industry, how much the pay I'm really going to make. I was using my credit card to live for a minute. And then when I came to this company, that's when I stopped and started trying to pay off the credit cards. But credit card interest rates and what is a lot. Good news, I did pay off one debt already. 2 debts actually. I'm about to pay off a third one right now, this coming October. And I got also pay my wife's debts off and figure out her school situation, since she has to pay for school. So I'm like, okay, I need freedom. I want to have freedom. The only way I could have freedom and for me to be more, not beholden to a job but not stressing, is for me to pay off my debt, to minimize my bills. Operation minimize bills. And I said again, I already paid off one debt that was a little bit over $200 a month I was paying. I paid another debt, I was paying $150, so that's $350 back in my account every month that I'm not paying. I'm about to pay off another debt of $200. That's $500 back in my pockets every month. That's close to $6,000 yearly. $6,000 yearly back in my pocket. Once I pay off my wife's debts, that's $8,000 a month back in my pocket. So that's freedom. Freedom is having to, you're minimizing your bills, okay? So you could save money, you could invest money, you could do what you got to do. Because I'm like, if I didn't have these payments, I'll be up $30,000-$40,000 right now in the account. $30,000-$40,000 I'll be up in the account if I had no payments. But I'm like, it's okay. I'm making a plan, health-wise, take care of my surgery, use this company to take care of what I got to take care of, but also plan for the future. I don't plan on staying in this job for the next 2 years. Realistically, by next year, I should be out of here. For the next 2 years, I'm definitely out of this job, I'm going to use this job to help me, to pay some things, to take care of my health, and then move on to something else, move on to something better. And I've thought about starting my own trucking company, but I realized if I want to do my own trucking company, I'm not against OTR, but you have to pay me what I'm getting paid now. You have to pay me double what I'm getting paid now. I need to see at least $3,000, $2,000 to $3,000 weekly consistently. Besides the time I get home time, but besides that, I need to see that in order for it to make sense, after tax, after deductions, after everything. I get that here and there, very rarely at this company now. But I'm like, if I had to do a child, that's what I had to do. But I'm like, I deal with my family and my son growing up. He's still young, but I do want to be there for my family. I do want to be there for my son. And what I'm seeing with OTR right now, especially the company, it's not bad with this company. I have benefits, 401k, I have my benefits, but I'm looking, I want more. If I have to do OTR and spend time away from my family, spend time away from my friends, I want more. I think I deserve more. I'm in this truck. I gotta be safe. I gotta watch out for the pedestrians, gotta watch out for the trucks. So I do think I should get paid a little bit more average, especially me being away from home. The money I'm not making is not bad, but it's not where I want it to be as of right now. So me knowing this, I'm like, okay, let me formulate a plan. Good thing about this company, I have insurance, I have certain things that I need to take care of health-wise before I can leave. I'm planning to get surgery on my chest, and I will get disability from that, and also hospital indemnity. So I do have a plan. And anybody who's doing OTR, and I always say this all the time, you must have a plan for trucking, or truck will have a plan for you. In trucking, the years, I can't believe it's 3 years, to be honest with you. It was a rough 3 years. This company's a little bit better now that I'm at. But it was 3 years I've been a truck driver so far. OTR. It was like a year OTR. I did 6-month regional. Pay got cut in half. Came to this company. And I'm looking. I'm like, okay, I need more. I need to make more money in order for this to make sense. Because right now, I'm like, in my opinion, it's not bad money. But I made this money before. I made this money in the railroad. And I realized it's not really how much money you make, it's how much money you keep. Because I see the times I make pretty decent money. You know, $2,000 check, $1,500 check, after every said and done, decent money. But it's what are you doing with that money? You know, especially when you have a family, now you got to take care of the family. You got to do this, you got to do that. So you got to be very prudent. You have to be very wise and very cognizant of your of what you do with your money, which I'm not. I haven't been the best steward. That's what I'm saying. I haven't been the best steward of my finances sometimes. The times I spend more, there's sometimes I was not being that disciplined. So now, me having a kid, I'm like, yo, I gotta be extra disciplined, because while I have the support and help for my folks, and my wife has her family and my family that can help her out, so she can help finish school, do what she gotta do before I come back home. She should take advantage of that. And also me, I should take advantage of that, which I am. Can get surgery. When I come back, the goal is to save half of my paychecks. Half of my paychecks to the saving while still putting money in my 401k. Because I need to put money back in my investments that I lost. You know, I spent over $27,000 last year, getting mad and taking care of everything. I spent a lot of money. So I got to put that money back, have that money work for me. Not only that, have money saved up too. Because I'm telling you, this saving for losers concept, savings for losers, is stupid. It's stupid. It's good to have money in your pocket. If you have $100,000 in your pocket, you are not really stressing, because you have high liquidity capital that's easy to access to. If someone has it in stocks, which I have most of my money in stocks, had to sell those positions in order to satisfy what I had to satisfy. That's when I do not want to do again. But anyway, that's my plan for getting out of OTR. Paying off all my debts and saving money and investing money and coming back home. Get all your endorsements. Come back home and gain another skill. Because while you're on the road, you gotta look at it this way: you're spending time, energy, away from your family, away from your friends. Sometimes you can't be as healthy as you would want to be being over the road. That's just the truth. But anyway, tell me what you think. Is Danny K out.